Now at a WWF wrestling match, and my dad left to get a beverage. Apparently he was not as spellbound by it as I was, and I'm watching Ted DiBiase and Killer Khan fight it out in the match, and Ted DiBiase jumps out of the ring and grabs my dad's metal chair and jumps in the ring and hits Killer Khan with it. And that was the most exciting event of my entire childhood. And it happened right here. A lot of great memories in this place. I remember going through here with my colleagues on the council years ago, and Councilor Lakin talking about the Billy Squier concert. There he is, Councilor's here, that he attended in this place. It has served our city well for decades now, but it is time for it to serve our city in a different way. Tulsa is becoming a city that is recognized around the world for the special things that are happening here, and that is drumming up a lot of interest in our community. People who want to have conventions in our city, but we've got to have the floor space and the capacity to support them for them to have those conventions here. And that is why we put this on the ballot for vision, and I believe that is why the citizens of Tulsa so overwhelmingly approved this project. There are a number of people that I want to thank. First, my colleagues on the council who helped assemble that program and put it together over about 3 years worth of work in developing the Vision Tulsa program, sorting out which projects would have the greatest return on investment for our community, and this rose to the top in that regard. The citizens of Tulsa for recognizing the potential that we have if we're funding projects with public dollars like this one, recognizing that it can yield a far greater private return for us. And you see that with the BOK Center, a facility that the citizens were willing to invest to build and which has led to over $1 billion around it. On this one alone, you think about it, in the past year, the Cox Business Center, even without the facilities being upgraded, without the convention floor space that we'll be able to have, the Cox Business Center provided $30 million in economic impact for our community. With this, we'll be much more competitive. And our arena district, which we're going through a master plan right now on, is attracting about 1.8 million visitors a year to this area. There are people who are working on our overall arena district master plan, which this factors into, of course. Nick Doctor on my team at the city is leading that process. He's our Chief of Community Development and Policy and is just doing a marvelous job of keeping what is the largest economic development capital improvements program in the history of the city on track. So Nick, thank you. And I really want to thank our team in engineering, in particular Paul Zachary and Mary Kell, who've just done a tremendous job, and in particular on this project. Thank you. One of the really exciting things about this project is not just what the finished product is going to do for our community, but also the people who are doing it. We have Tulsa Vision Builders, which is responsible for the more recent Cox Ballroom improvement that I think many of us go to events there routinely. It is world class. I think I spotted Chef Devin here. God, his team does such a great job. It's the best food in town for any event space, so thank you. And it's a great way to represent our community. But the team that did that, which is a coalition of local companies, will also be doing this project. So the benefits to Tulsa do not start once it opens. The benefits to Tulsa start today with the demolition and the jobs that this project will create through the construction of this facility. So today we all get to have one last hurrah and one last sentimental chance to see this space for what it has been, but it is going to be so exciting to see what this space does for generations of Tulsans to come. And I want to thank everybody here who's helping make that happen. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Many buildings have corporate names on them, and often the name goes on the front, and that's just about the end of it until we talk about renewal 5 years later, and then we hope they'll come back again. But in this case, we have been blessed with an amazing corporate name on our building, and their support throughout this contract and throughout our time together is so obvious to our staff that we couldn't be more delighted to be called what we are. So please welcome to the stage from Cox Communications, Roger Ramsire.
Thanks a lot, Carrie, and thank you, Mr. Mayor. What a great opportunity it is to be here today to celebrate the groundbreaking of more than $55 million in renovations to this incredible civic facility. It's an honor to represent Cox Business today, and I'm joined by several other representatives of Cox Business, including Randy Chandler, who's responsible for the whole state of Oklahoma, Jason Ludwig, Chris Ossenblock, and Brent Sherrill, among others who are with me here today. And as an interesting aside, our director here in Tulsa for Cox Business, Jason Ludwig, has a special connection to this incredible structure beyond the fact he works for Cox. In fact, 3 decades ago, sorry to age you, Jason played basketball for the Tulsa University Golden Hurricane right on this floor. TU recruited him from his home state of Ohio. He fell in love with Tulsa right here in this building and fortunately stayed ever since. The fact you can spot him by his height over there shows you he deserved to be on this floor. Cox Business finds it a privilege to get to be associated with, provide technology services for, and help support this crown jewel of a civic venue. It is interesting, though, because while we're very, very proud to have the Cox Business name on the building, we actually owe an apology to the staff of SMG, the venue manager, because about 6 or 7 times a week, their phone rings from our customers asking for additional internet circuits, video, and phone lines. And we thank you for referring those down to 51st and Garnett and not keeping that here. This may not be the best place to buy internet circuits or phone lines, but it is the very best place to hold a charity dinner, host a civic luncheon, host a convention, or a meeting for all of our businesses and governmental entities. In fact, it's a great venue, and it's about to get even better. The philanthropic events here show that this is really the heartbeat of the community at the center of Tulsa here because of what goes on under this roof. In fact, in the last year and a half, the charitable events undertaken under this roof have raised more than $22 million so those charities can effectively fulfill their mission. Just in the last couple of months, charitable fundraisers like the Painted Pony Ball that benefited St. Francis Hospital, the Habitat for Humanity Rock the House, the Mental Health Association's Carnival, the Salvation Army's William Booth Society Dinner, and the Tulsa Community College Vision Dinner, just to name a few of the many that have perpetuated their organization's missions because of the size, the scope, and the services that are provided under this roof by the great staff. Charity dinners are not the only thing that go on under this roof, though. There are incredible civic events like the many Chamber of Commerce luncheons held by Mike Neal and our great Tulsa Chamber of Commerce here, where elected officials and business leaders address the community in this large event space to enlighten us about issues of civic importance. There are scores of conventions and trade shows that fill all of our hotels and our restaurants and bring dollars into the local economy. And there's ongoing entertainment. Even though a lot of that is held across the street, this building has hosted entertainment, as the Tulsa World put it, from A to Z. That would be Aerosmith to Zig Ziglar and every letter in between, who have performed right in this magnificent structure. So we think of this as much more than a civic building. We think of it as an investment Cox thinks of us as an investment in our community's nonprofits so that they can fulfill their vision by raising money under this roof. We think of it as an investment in Tulsa's civic organizations to educate and enlighten us at events like chamber luncheons, and an investment in attracting convention business to Tulsa that, again, will fill our hotels and keep our restaurants full and bring outside dollars to the local economy. And it takes an incredible staff to make all of this happen. And we'd be remiss this morning if we didn't give a big salute to the incredible staff of SMG, the world's largest venue management organization that does an incredible job attracting conventions to this marvelous structure, and to make sure that every event is executed with precision. From Carrie Painter, who makes sure that this building and every aspect of it is operated well, to Kathy Tinker, who is out always selling conventions and bringing in outside money to this facility, to Evan Falat, whose innovative marketing ideas create all kinds of marketing opportunities for local businesses as well, and to the incredible Chef Devin. As the mayor alluded to, we arguably have the best convention center food in this country, and the members of Southern Hills are still unhappy the fact that he is here and not at Southern Hills. So Chef Devin, we're indebted to you and your incredible team, and we're most excited about the fact that these renovations will allow the chef to no longer have to deliver food, a third of a mile from the current kitchen to a kitchen that's going to be much closer, thanks to the vision tax and what this facility will become with a renovated and much closer kitchen, that the food will be even hotter and better than it is today. So, to Mayor Bynum, to the staff of SMG, and to the citizens of Tulsa who voted to keep Tulsa at the forefront of the convention and visitors business and attracting visitors to our city, we say thank you. It's a pleasure for Cox Business to get to be involved with this great facility. And now allow me to introduce the leader of the hardworking people that keep this facility running every day, and that is an incredible leader himself, and that is SMG's Jeff Nickler. Jeff?
Thanks, Roger. Nobody wants to follow Roger on a microphone with his charisma and excitement. So on behalf of our entire SMG management team here, thank you guys for joining us. As most of you are aware, SMG was hired in 2007 by the city of Tulsa to provide private management for this facility and also BOK Center, which was under construction at the time. SMG is the global leader when it comes to venue management. Worldwide, we manage about 250 properties on 5 continents, 77 of which are convention centers. And I can tell you that this convention center here in Tulsa definitely stands out from the crowd. In 2017, this venue was awarded the Venue Excellence Award by the International Association of Venue Managers, one of only 5 venues in the country to receive the honor. Convention South magazine always selects this venue as a Reader's Choice winner. And of course, locally, Tulsa People magazine, we're always included on their A-list and named one of the best places to hold an event. All these awards wouldn't be possible without our staff here, as Roger alluded to. Our staff is committed to providing a high level of service. In fact, our survey scores that come back from repeat clients every year are through the roof. I had the pleasure of coming to Tulsa about a decade ago, and I spent about a decade of service here in SMG in this building. But we have some staff who have poured decades of their life into this building. And I quickly want to recognize just a few people and their names. We have 7 individuals who combined have 159 years of service in this building to the city of Tulsa. They are Kathy Tinker, 18 years, Theo Williams, 19 years, Eric Kerr, 19 years, Darius Boone, 19 years, Robert Lewis, 22 years, Tashish Jones, 26 years, and Linda Utley, 36 years. Let's give them a quick round of applause. So while we're going to have a beautiful new building, it's the people that really drive the success of this building. In 2010, the original Vision 2025 project provided funding to construct the beautiful new ballroom at the north side of the facility. That has led to considerable growth for our operation. In fact, catering is up 300% with the new ballroom. The addition of this new space will help us modernize the southeast quadrant of this building. The beautiful new and reimagined space you're going to see up here on the screen in a few minutes will not only help us retain existing business that's quickly outgrowing this building, but will also let us recruit new business with our friends at the Chamber, new regional and national conference business. We are so excited, and we're so happy to have you here today to help us commemorate this groundbreaking. Above all, we want to say thank you to the citizens of Tulsa who overwhelmingly approved the vision package that is providing funding for this project. With this community support, we start a brand new chapter here at Cox Business Center. So Carrie Painter is going to come up and walk you through the project and share some of the fun details of this exciting project.
So as they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So without further ado, we are about to see our new video of the reimagined arena into the South Space. This is before the event starts, when the lights are out. Oh goodness, I hear a little voice behind me say, keep talking and pause. So I will walk you through verbally, even though a picture is worth 1,000 words. Everything that you see within the shell of this building will be gone. Oh, here it is. Okay. Again, reimagined. So as you can see, while we focus primarily today on the 54 years of memories in this room, the outside lobby is also going to be renovated with 3 stories of clear glass and bright light, and it will be oriented with an official front door. So next time you come in 2 years, you will not be lost finding your way in. And it will face the front of the city and the arena district that everybody is collaboratively working on to put together. So we would like to thank our architects for helping us reimagine this, Matrix and Forest for the Trees. You've been amazing at coming up with a new design, and thank you. You'll be able to watch our progress on our Cox Center Tulsa website, so feel free to go along and see our progress. We'll post pictures and news so you'll know. The project is about 2 years, so we actually do commence today at noon when we hand over the pile of keys that I'm holding for the contractors, and they will be done somewhere in the area of June 2020. So we are already booking for the new space, and we have already bid it out with some new conventions. We're really excited about that because it is putting Tulsa on the map in a different way. I would like our project speakers to go over by the signing wall so we can take a picture. It is not a groundbreaking, so we do not have shovels, but we do have commemorative sledgehammers that you get to take back to your office. So thank you for being here. Please help yourself to some refreshments. Sign the wall if you haven't so that you can send your best wishes to Tulsa of the future. And thank you so much for being here today.